Hello, trading is closed on September 14th, 2022. Let's start with our disclaimer, review our calls, and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, September 15th. Please remember, I can be completely wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. I also appreciate it if you tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. Look for the pattern with the early high. This isn't the clearest pattern in the world. It actually almost fits the pattern with the early low, but I'm still calling it the pattern with the early high. It tends to be a rally to a new high into the close or else a straight line drop. Neither one of those things happen. So it should be corrected at tomorrow's open, which should either gap up smartly or down smartly. We looked for higher prices despite yesterday's collapse. We got higher prices, but not my target. Target was 39.8618. So as far as I'm concerned, the direction isn't enough. You have to hit the target. I'm going to call it a miss. We'll add this to the list. I do think it's going to print pretty soon. We have a new target from today, 39.5531. Unless we gap down smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. This is what we had to say yesterday. During the day, MEJT said this drop was false, would retrace. Said this rally was false, would retrace. Now says this drop is false, is going to retrace, overtake this line. We had this big drop, hit all kinds of new lows, closed over all these lows, and even under the low from the prior consolidation. To me, that's a rejection of the low as long as it's maintained. You have all these attempts to break lower and you can't do it. Of course, if we gap down under here, the idea is killed, and I won't know that till tomorrow. But for right now, we have multiple attempts to break under this low, and we rejected them. We still have this E-mini volume spike. Doesn't always nail the lows exactly, but usually it's pretty close. Well, how do the new lows affect the other things we said yesterday? We had this trend line, which was broken by a little. This trend line wasn't broken at all. It's not enough to convince me to toss the idea from yesterday. How about this? We had 5 waves down. How does this new low affect things? Well, there's wave 1. There's wave 5. It's the same size. It's actually a nicer fit. It was a daily chart. Here's the 15-minute chart. It's actually a better fit than I had yesterday. And how about the last wave down, which I had ending here? Well, I relabeled it 1, 2, 3, 4. We now have in wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you take the height of 1 to 3, 61.8% is wave 5. So if anything, the wave count's a better fit today than it was yesterday. So I'm not going to give up on the idea that yesterday saw a capitulation bottom. And the fact that we tried to break it and couldn't, and close little change, actually I think strengthens the idea. But you still have to confirm it, ideally by gapping up smartly tomorrow. All ideas can fail. This one can fail, but I think it still works and maybe even works a bit better than it did yesterday. Tomorrow's pattern has a yearly high, doesn't mean you won't gap down. We saw neither the new high near the close nor the straight line drop. Typical of today's pattern, should be rectified by gapping smartly at tomorrow's open. There's a higher target. Unless we gap down smartly, the rules say it prints. Yesterday's action, I think, is typical of a capitulation low, and today's failure to maintain new lows just reinforces the idea. I continue to look for a recovery here, even though I think the current leg is going to end an ugly style near 3,700. Doesn't mean we drop every day. As always, we gap down smartly, call skill before the open. Otherwise, we look for the pattern with the early high. We have a higher target, 39.55.31, and I think we'll probably see 39.86.18 as well, if I'm interpreting this pattern correctly. And that's today's call.